Okay, y'all bear with me. I'm using an old computer that I don't know if it works that great, but I've got Sentinel installed on it. I've got my BCD436HP scanner, and I'm going to attempt to show you how to use Sentinel. I haven't used it in a few years, so bear with me. I'm going to have to teach myself again while I show you how to do it. So that's usually not the way things work, but I just don't use it that often, and I haven't used it in a while. Your scanner comes with this exact cord. This is the cord that came with my scanner. I remember because it's got this little round thing towards the end of the cable. All these cables that look like this that'll fit in your scanner will charge it, but they won't all work with the computer. It's like there's an extra pin or wire in there or something that this one has and others don't. So if you have the one that came with it or you can get it, that's the one you need to use with the computer. And on the right side here, you open the thing, this is where it goes. I've already got it plugged into the USB of my computer, and you just plug it in. Oh, let me back up and tell you this. You need to turn the thing on first. You can't plug it in and expect it to work with the computer if it's turned off. You have to turn it on first. If you leave it off, the only options it gives you is, do you want to charge or not? So I'm going to turn the scanner on, and it's going to do its initial loading. It's going to load my favorites and load maybe the database if it's turned on. I can't remember. Okay, so it's not turned on. So it's loaded my database. Now I'm going to plug in the cord while it's running. And it's going to pop up and say USB cable detected, select USB mode. Do I want mass storage or serial port? I don't even know what serial port is, but mass storage is what you want. It says hit E, which is the yes button. So I'm going to hit E. So it's going to save some stuff, and then it's going to connect to my computer. And if you heard in my computer, it just made a noise that it was connected to something. All right. Now on my computer, I've saved this this installation right here as Sentinel for the BCD436HP scanner. I'm not sure if there's a different one for the other scanners Uniden makes, but this is the one I'm using. And I'm going to open it up. I'm just praying this works because this is a piece of junk computer that I've had for years that I really only have for this reason, and I never use it other than this. And all right, so now it's loading. There is Sentinel. So this is the way it works. This is the database that came with it. It's got USA and Canada, and if you click on the plus sign to drop down, it'll show you all the states originally. I don't know anything about Canada. I've been there, but I probably won't go again and take my scanner. But I'm in Georgia, so this is going to make better sense to me if I open Georgia. So I'm going to show you Georgia. So this is, like I said, this is the main database built into the scanner. And it's actually stored in Sentinel right now. We haven't loaded anything from the scanner, but it's built into the Sentinel software, the main database. So Georgia, I'm going to click on that. There's every county in Georgia. I'm going to go to my county. Actually, I'm going to go to a different county. I'm going to go to Gwinnett County. That's where I used to live. It makes good sense to me. Gwinnett County. So there's nationwide frequencies in Gwinnett County. You can see the red ones, I think, means I've got it turned off, or I'm not listening to it. At the time this was saved in Sentinel, I wasn't listening to any of this stuff. But those are all the basically federal things you can listen to or set up to listen to. You can do this from the scanner, but it's much easier from this computer. So then you have all your statewide stuff. And these are going to be the same in a lot of counties because it's state stuff. But you see you got it. The Atlanta airport, Jacksonville airport, their air traffic control comes through Georgia because it's so close. North Carolina Viper system, And you can see the rest of these. These are all statewide systems, and then they've got departments and frequencies and sites and different things listed under them. So you see that? Here's the state patrol right here for Georgia. So it's got all their departments, and I've noticed over time that even though one is located in a certain place, like I'm going to click on that one, and that's Troop I. It's got all these Southeast Georgia cities. Even though it's a Southeast Georgia city, I can pick it up a lot of times where I'm at, which is nowhere near Southeast Georgia. So I usually monitor the whole system if I'm monitoring the State Patrol. Just because, let me see one near me. This is near me. That might be my local people. I don't know what that is. Troop A, no, that's North Georgia. That's West Georgia. This is Middle Georgia. This is more middle, kind of southeastern. This is south, middle, western, middle, South Georgia, basically Valdosta, Dublin, Tifton, or not Dublin, but South Valdosta, Tifton. That's all South Georgia. So if you think you want to only listen to the one that's closest to you, pick them all or store the whole system, because you're going to hear people talking on this one and this one and this one. They're going to be on. It's just weird how it works. It's like it picks up everywhere, but that's where they're located at. Then you have statewide federal things, Fish and Wildlife, DNR, Forestry Commission, medical helicopters. Those are fun to listen to. There's one stationed right, let's see, Air Med, I believe it is stationed like a mile from my office, and I listen to them all the time. It's fun. I mean, you listen to them going to calls. A lot of times you can't hear both sides of the traffic because of how far away they're receiving it from, but you can hear them a lot in the air talking. So that's what's on here. That was statewide, and then we have county systems. So these are all the county systems for Gwinnett County, Georgia. Jackson EMC is the power company. Infinite Energy Center, that's the old name. I don't even know what it's called now, but it's an arena in Gwinnett County. Board of Education, all the buses, all the school systems. Most of Gwinnett County is encrypted, but a lot of it's not. Well, most of it is, but a lot of these things are not. So this is Gwinnett County Police, I believe, maybe Board of Education. I have to click on them to know. So yes, that is police. I don't see fire on here. But that's police. Here's Board of Education. That's schools. They're all encrypted. The police is encrypted. The fire is encrypted. Everything's encrypted in the police world at Gwinnett that I know of. But here's an airport in Gwinnett County, small airport. Emory University. So anyways, this is just kind of what it looks like, and that's the only reason I'm going through this part of it. So that was the database. You also have Canada. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not even going to show you, but that's Canada. And this is, like I said, all built into the software on the computer, not my scanner. I mean, it's on my scanner, but what you're looking at here is saved in the software. And then these are all my favorites. And this is all the favorites I had at the time that I saved it last. I uploaded them to the software from my scanner that's currently plugged into the computer. All right, so what I want to do first, and I have to remember how to do this, import. Let me make sure you've got profiles in here. You can save different profiles for different scanners and different things. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to read from my scanner. I'm going to read everything that's currently loaded on my scanner and put it on this computer. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to see my scanner that's plugged in. I'm going to hit OK. And now it's going to read from my scanner. All right, some things are different on the computer that were from that are on my scanner. And I probably edited it on my scanner. So I'm going to just go ahead and copy and replace on my PC. You can skip this and have them both different. I like to keep them the same as far as the computer and the scanner. I want them the same. So I'm going to say copy and replace on PC. Actually, I'm going to do this for everything. So I'm going to click this, do this for all conflicts. And I'm going to say copy and replace on PC. All right, finish reading from scanner. So now my favorites list is the same on the computer as it is on my scanner. All right. So that's all of my favorites that were just on my scanner have been updated to my favorites list. Some of them I don't even know. I like this A. I don't even remember what this was. I probably made it in playing, or maybe it's an old something I saved in a video. But anyways, we're gonna leave it there. It doesn't matter. It's taking up storage, but it's not too much to matter. All right, so what I want to do with this? Well, one thing you can do with this is you can update your favorites list. For instance, if I go to the database, oh, wait a minute. Let's update the database. Update master database. So I'm going to update this with what's on the internet's, the Sentinel's database with current database information, if that makes sense. So I'm going to update my master thing. A new version of Sentinel. Oh no, I got to download the new version of Sentinel. Oh, I can do it later. All right. So we're downloading the update from the Uniden server. And so now everything that's on here is going to update to what's current as of right this moment. It changes every day. Every time you go in here, you have to update it because it's changed since you were there last. Different departments, different frequencies, things they add, things they remove, things that go encrypted, just whatever. They update it on a regular basis. I'm talking daily. And I used to get I used to get notifications from from radioreference.com, and every day, sometimes multiple times a day, you get updates that something had changed. All right, so my update just finished, and my database is up to date with today's current. Everything in here is current now. All right, so the way you do this is, like I said, I'm updating the computer. I'm not updating my scanner. We'll do that later. So let's say I love Jackson PD. This is a favorite I've got saved. It's not encrypted. It's 2 counties over from me. Basically a county over because I live on the county line, but I live in Walton County, and then you have Barrow County, and then Jackson County is the next county over. So they're not encrypted. They pick up great. I love listening to them. That's one of my go-tos when I'm just sitting around the house listening. It's just more for enjoyment. I mean, I don't know the road names. I don't know where they are. I don't really care, but it's good enjoyment listening. So I've got Jackson County. Here's Jackson. Okay, so that's the name of the favorite, Jackson PD. And these are my 2 systems I've got saved. So I've got Jackson County. If I click on it, there's all my departments. So if I click on a department like County Law Enforcement, there's the 3 channels on that department. Sheriff, this is going to be like the jail and their cars, deputies. So I've got all that on there. Well, let's say I wanted to update something. And some of these don't all go with Jackson County. I don't even know what county all these are in. I guess they are Jackson, but let's say I wanted to update Jackson County. All right, so what I would do, and I hate to update this one because it's one of my favorites, but it makes sense to me. So I'm gonna go to my database. I'm gonna go to USA, and I know it's in Georgia, and I know it's Jackson County. So I'm gonna find Jackson County. Here's Jackson County. So I'm gonna. This is gonna be county systems. I wonder if they've gone trunked since I used them last. Look at that, they've gone trunked. Maybe they weren't. Yeah, they are. They're using P25 now, and they weren't before. Okay, so this is the difference. They're using this Hall County Regional Radio System. This is crazy because now I probably can't hear them. I might can. They might not be encrypted. I don't know if they are or not. But I can go to radio reference and see. But and this is another good tool. Let's see what this does. If I go to radioreference.com and you go to, they've probably changed this too. Hopefully I don't have to log in. RR database. And then there used to be like a browse maybe. Okay, then we click on Georgia, and then counties. This is, let's see, is this, there's Jackson County. So look, that's utilities. So I'm going to go back to, I can just scroll back up. Jackson County trunk systems. So now they're under this Hall County thing. They weren't before. And like I said, it's been a couple of years since I updated this thing. So it's saying there's two counties in this. It's Hall County and Jackson County are on this system. And usually up here somewhere there'll be a note if it says they're encrypted. Look, Hall County is in the clear. The mobiles are encrypted. We want Jackson County. So scroll down till we find Jackson County. Jackson County Sheriff. And if you, so different sites on here, different systems, there's more information over here, and it tells the frequencies and everything. But this one's trunked, so we don't have that. So Jackson County, it may all be in the clear still. I don't see anything about it being encrypted. I see Gainesville, dispatch is in the clear, the mobiles are encrypted. So you can listen to dispatch, but the mobile to mobile, the cars talking, tax, and all that is encrypted. So, but I don't care about Gainesville. All right, so we're going to get back out of here. We're back to Sentinel. I've got basically this thing open right here. And I can pick and pull what I save out of here. So, and again, this is the database built into the computer software. We're adding it to our favorites down here in this software that we'll later put on our scanner. All right, so we're going to update Jackson. I'm just going to take it all. I'm going to take everything on here because it'll take me a little while to go through it and figure out what I want. I probably just want like this Jackson County simulcast stuff, and maybe Corps of Engineers is good. That's around the lake, like Lake Lanier. The sheriff, emergency services is fire. I'm gonna take it all, and I'll figure it out later. So what I do is I append this to my favorites list, I think. I've got this little thing on the screen that I can't get rid of. There we go. Put it over here. You can go down and, like, these are the departments. This is the system. This is the departments. I can click on and see there's the channels. You can pick them individually. Like, I can go append that to my favorites list, and it'll ask you where to save it. But let's just take the whole thing for now. So I'm going to take this append to favorites list, and I'm going to save it under Jackson PD. There's no more, actually, I'm going to cancel that. Let's do the fire first. I'm going to do fire. I'm going to save this department, append to favorites, and I'm going to put it under my thing labeled Jackson Fire. I'm going to hit OK. And now it came down here to my favorites list, and it opened up Jackson Fire. And this is what it just added. So this is my old department that I had. This is what I had on here for Jackson Fire. This is another one I had. Let's see if I open them all up. The new one looks different from the old two because this is the new way they're doing it. So what I do is I'm going to right click on this and hit remove from favorites. Do I want to remove it? Okay, yes. And this one I want to remove. Do I remove it? Yes. All right, so now my Jackson Fire is updated with this new Hall County regional radio system. So if I listen to my Jackson Fire, if I turn on the quick key to listen to Jackson Fire, it's going to listen to the new stuff. And I don't think it's encrypted, but it may be. All right, so let's go back up to our database where we had Jackson County open. And I'm gonna find all the police. What I'm going to do is, instead of, let me see if I can do this. I think if I click here, I can't get rid of the emergency services, which is the fire. How did I do that before? I believe, let's see if I click this. All right, so I'm holding in control and clicking on them individually. I'm skipping over that, and I don't know what all I'm saving here. But this is going to be my new Jackson Police. Now I'm going to hit right click, and I didn't mention I'm right clicking when I open this up. Append to favorites. I'm going to put it under Jackson PD. Hit OK. So it came down to Jackson PD, and here's my old two systems, and here's my new system, Hall County, and I got everything on here except the fire, because I listen to fire and police separately. So I'm going to remove this from my favorites list, my old system, and this one. And I'll listen to it, and if I don't like what I did, I'll go back and edit this some more, because I can remove these, and I can add to them. All right, so that's my new Jackson County PD and fire favorites stored on this computer. It's not stored on my scanner yet. Let's look at another one. Let's look at Gwinnett. Do I even have Gwinnett on here because it's encrypted? I don't, because I know it's encrypted. This is as far as police and fire. I know it's encrypted. I don't even have it on my favorites, because I'll listen to it if it's encrypted. You're not going to hear anything. Let's do let's look at Walton. Walton's the county I live in, and it's encrypted. It's on the Oconee area radio system, and it used to be encrypted. It probably still is, but I'm going to save this again as a favorite in case something's come open and it's not encrypted. So Walton County, where's Walton County? That's Walton EMC. That's the local power company, and I rarely hear traffic, but there's that. I've got it saved as ORS, OARS, right here, ORS. This is my favorite I've got for my county, Walton County. It's got Walton County, Loganville, and Monroe are cities, and then it's got all these counties: Baldwin, Greene, Walton, fire, sheriff's office. I'm just gonna save it as one whole thing. So let's go up here back to my Walton, and I'm gonna go to this Oconee County, Oconee area radio system. It used to be called ORS, OARS, or look, if you ORS right here, ORS, so that's what it's called. So I'm going to pin it to my favorites. Again, this is from the database. I'm going to save it to my favorite called ORS, because OARS is Walton County. I'm going to hit that and hit OK. So it came back down to my favorites. These are my favorites again. And it saved it right here. This is all this stuff it just saved. And I think it's all encrypted, but it may not all be. So I'm going to delete my old Walton County, remove from favorites list. Okay. This is how you do this. All right, so let's say you didn't have a favorite. This is back up in the database built into the computer up here. Let's say I didn't have a favorite. Let's say I want to add something. Let's say I want to add the airport in Walton County, Monroe-Walton County Airport. Let's say I want to save it. I'm going to right-click on it and hit Append to Favorites List. But I don't have a favorite for that. I probably do. Here's my airports. Okay, I don't. I never. So this right here, New Favorites List. So what you can do is hit New Favorites List, and it wants you to name it. So I'm going to name it Walton County Airport. All right, so I just named a new favorite, Walton County Airport. Okay. So now it came back down to my favorites. So at the bottom of my favorites is my new favorite, Walton County Airport. And it looks just like it did on the database, but it's in my favorites now. If I click on Walton County Airport, I thought it would let me add a quick key. Okay, let's see if I right click on the favorite. Program Favorites List. Options, location control. Yeah. Right? Yes. That means if I'm not in the area to pick it up, it won't scan it. It won't come up on my favorites list. Favorites list, quick key. Yeah. 99. Tag number, I don't know what this is. I don't use it, so we're not going to use that. System quick key status. I've got them all turned on, like available to use kind of thing. So 99 is my favorites list quick key that will turn on Walton County Airport. That means if you have your scanner and you turn on, you hit, anytime where you're scanning, you just hit 99 yes, or the E, it will start scanning that favorites. So that's what our quick key is. Very useful. All right, how do I get out of here? I'm going to save it. And then Okay, I'm going to close this window. All right, so we're back to our favorites right here. We got our favorites, Walton County Airport. If I click on Walton County Airport, it doesn't tell me my quick key, but I know I saved it, so we'll see if it works when I get done. All right, so that's how you do this. I added a new favorite. I updated a couple things. I deleted some old stuff. That's all you do. This stuff is built in. You update it when you open it. You can update the firmware on your scanner if you want. I'm not going to do that today. But you update your master database, which is this right here, built into the computer. You update, you add your stuff from your scanner to this if you've got stuff saved on it. And you think you might have updated it from the scanner since you used this last. So I did that. And then since I had updated, I pulled some new stuff out of the database built into the computer that was updated from the Sentinel website, which came from Uniden. And I basically moved it over to my favorites list built into the software on the computer. So now I've got to put all this on the scanner, the database and my favorites that are on the computer. I got to put them on my scanner. And you can, I left this out, but there's thousands of things you can pull up from here, from different states, different cities, different nationwide, but you always go to the county to do it. You can do a lot of things from every county. You can do it at anywhere, you can pick any county and do it. CB radio I use a lot. You find that on any county's national database, all that kind of stuff, Coast Guard, but you have to go to a county to do it. So I took this, I updated it, and I pulled new information over, and I'm ready to load all this onto my scanner. How do I do it? I don't remember. So let's write to scanner. You click on the scanner and you put write to scanner. So my scanner is still plugged in. I'm going to click write to scanner. Do I want to erase the favorites list on the scanner? Yes, I want to erase them because I want to add my new stuff. Do I want to force write the full database? Yes, I want to. This is me this time. You may not choose this every time, but I'm going to install everything fresh because I know the database is updated. So this is updating the database from here to the scanner. This is updating my favorites list from here to my scanner. So this is what I'm going to write onto my scanner. I'm going to hit OK. Favorites list on scanner will be erased if you proceed. OK. Because I just put them here. They're right here right now. I want to put them back on the scanner the way they are here. So it's going to write to my scanner, and this takes a few minutes. I don't remember how long it takes, but it takes a little while. So I'm going to let that run. All right, it's still running. I'm going to run to my office real quick and get an antenna for my scanner, just for the fun of it. All right, it finished writing. It says, finished writing to scanner. So I'm going to hit OK. All right, so now I can unplug my cord because it's finished. It disconnected from the computer. And I actually just charged this thing the other day, which I rarely ever do. It's already on, so it's loaded my full database and it loaded my favorites back. I'm gonna hit the power button to turn the backlight on. And I guess I can leave this up. I don't care if you see that. So I've got two scanners or two antennas here. I've heard you're never supposed to turn it, put an antenna on while it's running. So I'm gonna turn it off. I don't know that it really makes a difference, but that's what I heard, so that's what I do. So put that antenna on. This is the Remtronics antenna. It's good for P25 systems. I'm gonna turn it back on. It's going to load my favorites because it's all I've got running right now. I'm going to hit the backlight button. I'm going to turn my volume up to, batteries are low. They always are. Here, I'm going to plug into a power source. So now it's plugged in. I'm going to use the serial port. Oh, the serial port's for the battery charger. So I'm going to do equals, which is the period button, which is that no? I guess if you just leave it long enough, it does it on its own. So now we're plugged into battery power. If you click the top button, it tells me my amperage, my voltage, which is above 3 something, meaning I'm charging. So that went away. So I'm going to hit it again and turn my volume up. Let's go to 10, just so if something comes across, you can hear it. All right, so
Escalade, Georgia Sierra,
Stone Mountain's talking.
0961. SJX 0961. Vehicle failing to maintain line. Looks like it's occupied once.
0.
add on a vehicle check. Stone Mountain is right down the street. Basically, I can pick them up good. 8, my favorite 8 is the P25 for the fire and police. 7 is the parks and recreation staff. A lot of times I'll just turn on 7 and 8 and listen to all Stone Mountain all day. But this is like, you'll hear them, the cleaners talking about cleaning rooms and people locked out of rooms, and the golf course, what foursome's coming up next or whatever. I'm just goofing off playing around. I need to There was an airplane, I clicked off of it. I'm gonna look at my favorites. I'm gonna look at that Jackson PD that I changed. If I click here, there's my new system, Hall County Regional, whatever. If I click on that, I can edit my department and it shows all my departments that I just added. And if I click on one of those departments, let's check on Jackson County Sheriff, I can edit the channel and it'll show me the channels on there. It's just dispatch, that's all I can listen to. And then that other favorite, Jackson County Fire, that I changed, if I hit review edit, there's my system, the DeKalb County Public Safety. Hit it, edit department. Wait a minute, I chose DeKalb, sorry. Jackson Fire, review edit system, Hall County Regional, whatever, edit department. There's my new department. Edit channel, there's all my fire channels. I don't know if I can listen to these from here, but they're 6 and 11. And I've got all this other junk running all the time when I'm in that range to pick it up. I'd have to go manually turn it all off to not have it scanned, but I doubt I can pick up Jackson from here. But anyways, that's how you set up your scanner using the Sentinel software. I hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't understand something or you want me to elaborate more on something, I'll try to figure it out and I'll walk you through doing it, or I'll make another video. Just please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.